Afternoon, guys. Same process as usual. If you can indicate you'd like to ask a question, we've got mics on either side. You can please remember to introduce yourself by name and organisation, and we'll set an embargo partway through for 10:30 this evening.
Hello, Pep. Fraser from Sky Sports. First of all, could we get your reaction to the news that you'll be facing Spurs in the Champions League quarter-finals?
Well, we know each other so quite well. We played the last years many times, so a lot of respect, upside, 50-50. So try to get before that games and all the games after international break in the best condition as possible and try to do good 2 games.
How do you feel about the fact that it now means that because of the fixtures you'll play each other 3 times in just 11 days?
Well, it happened, fixtures. So I think both for the Premier League it's normal, but for both I think it's a pleasure to be in quarterfinals. You know, the last 8 teams in Champions League.
So with that in mind, are you likely to make changes for this squad against Swansea at the weekend?
Well, we don't have too many players. So John Stones was in the bench, but he's not ready to play that day, and not even today, not even tomorrow. So still is recovering. It's not, quite well to not even play in the national team. And the others, Vinny is not fit, and we have Kevin is not fit. So we don't have too many options. So and tomorrow is a cup quarterfinals to get the semifinal. That is the most important thing right now, today and tomorrow, to get semifinals in Wembley.
And having come off the back of a huge win in the Champions League to come to this game now, how does the mentality of the players change from the different competitions, or is there a change?
11 months doing that, or 10 months doing that. So we go to one competition, another one. Of course, this week it was special. It was League, Premier League, Champions League, and Cup. So, but we play all the competitions before Carabao Cup. So it's game by game. I watch the games as much as possible. 2 games from Swansea against West Brom and Norwich, and I know quite well how difficult it will be.
Great news earlier this week that Bernardo Silva has signed a new contract. How close are you to maybe tying some of the other players down on further contracts? Zinchenko is one that's been mentioned. Is that still an ongoing process?
I don't have any new info about that. The new players, which is in Nyon for the draw, the Champions League. So Champions League draw. So I don't know what is the situation, but delighted, happy, and grateful to Bernardo to desire to be with us for the next years.
Just one more from me. There were some reports coming out overnight that FIFA may impose a transfer ban on Manchester City. You've spoken about similar things before and said you're confident that the club will come out of this situation.
I cannot say every conference about. I said what I said, and I cannot. I was clear. My opinion. The club made a statement, so I'm not going any comments. So that's all.
Pep, Damien Johnson from Premier League Productions. Is there a relief that you don't have to travel for the quarter-finals of the Champions League?
We travel to London, yeah. We take a train.
You take my point, though.
I draw. It's what it is. So when we have 4 teams in the Premier League in the same draw, you have a chance to pick one of them. So it was Tottenham. So I know quite well the quality of this team. So, and that's why now it's Swansea. We will take a break for the people who don't go to the national team, and we have these 2 weeks to mentally prepare what we have to do after international break and arrive in the right moment, fit as much as possible our players to this game. But of course, going London is closer than go to, I don't know, to Spain or Catalonia in that case, and other countries.
Pep, I know you don't want to talk about FFP, but every week these allegations keep getting brought forward. Are you concerned about the way the club operates? Because you obviously are the figurehead. You're the one who has to sit here every week and deal with the questions.
No, but I understand your job. But I think I answered 5 or 6 or 7 questions the last press conference when talk about that. So I'm not. not even the right guy, to talk about that. What the club says and the process, they do it. So then don't call me and explain me what they are doing. So I'm concerned what I have to do about my job. So I cannot speak every day about what they're going to happen is going to happen.
And just going back to Bernardo, you obviously have a lot of stars in your squad, big players, big reputations. Bernardo seems to operate in a very quiet way, but he seems to be one of the most effective players that you have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At the end, we judge our players what they do on the pitch, and it was one of the most, or maybe the most effective player this season, playing different positions, playing every training session on the pitch, and especially off the pitch. I said many times how lovely guy he is, and the people how him appreciate it, not just in the incredible skills that he has, the way he behaves. So I'm grateful, delight. So now at the end, when the players at the end of the contract, on almost as the contract, can decide to stay or not, for us, this kind of players want to stay is an honor. It's a privilege for all the clubs, stay for, 20, 25 or 26. So, and extend his period here. I'm grateful for that, because it means he want to stay, and I like it.
Pep, you've explained the situation, obviously, where you stand with, obviously, reports, but should there, in the future, be any kind of transfer ban, how good is your squad now, and how would it be big enough to cope?
It's good. The squad is good, really good.
So you'd be okay whatever would happen anyway with what you already have here?
Of course.
Hello, Pep. About the Champions League draw that we were talking about, one of the ties has put together two teams that you know pretty well, Man United and Barcelona. In Champions League, you always say that history plays a big role. What's your opinion on this tie with two teams with big history?
Two incredible stadiums, two incredible clubs, incredible players in both sides. So fascinating. So Champions League every season the games are more fascinating, and I think will be two interesting games to watch.
Hi Pep, Andy Hampson, Press Association. You just said Vinny's out this weekend. What's his problem? Vincent is missing this weekend. What's the problem this weekend?
And the last game was missing, and 2 days was missing. So he's missing. He's injured.
Well, do you know what the problem is and how long you?
No, it's not too big, but it's not enough. So he proved before the Schalke game he was not able.
Pep, Fred Caldeira for Esporte Interativo Brazil. Is it any different to face an English side in Champions League? And if so, is there any lesson that you can bring from Liverpool last season?
It's different situations, different year, different opponents, different many things. So when you play 4 teams in the Champions League and 2 in Europa League, it's because the English clubs right now, so last season was the first time from a long time ago, the 4 teams in that position, 80 finals, now 4 in quarterfinals. So it's incredible. So it's what it is. The draw is what it is. So any team has his strength points, the weakness points. The same with us. We have strong in some areas and weak in some other ones. So let's try to discover that, and it's what it is. Tottenham. And think about, I would have preferred the other team, and the other team maybe you put it out after 2 games. So it's what it is. Never in my life I think too much. It would be better this kind of situation. What I want is come back for the international break, the people fit, ready to play the last month and a half, everybody making his own contribution, because if tomorrow we are able to get semi-finals, Napoli is incredible, the fixtures that we have, a lot of games, and everybody will be necessary, to play, and that is all I am concerned about. This Tottenham, huge respect, of course, because I know them quite well. A different system can use, play 5 in the back and Diamond and 4-2-3-1. How good they are in front with the Song, with Kane, with Dele Alli, with the quality from Eriksen. How good they run in behind the set pieces with Eriksen. He's an incredible taker. Experience in all departments, so it's a tough side. But if you talk about any other team of the Champions League, would be the same. So in that level, it's so tough, so demanding, and like you cannot control about the draw. What do you think about the draw? So the draw decide that, and we're going to face them.
Pep, you'll face Tottenham 3 times over quite a short period.
I think you had a similar situation when you were at Barcelona against Real Madrid. What potential problems does that present?
Well, that was but I was remember in that position it was in different competition. It was Cup, Liga, and Champions League, and here is it was 4 times there. Now it's 3. Game by game, I know that the first game will take influence in the second one, the third one, especially the third one after Champions League, both games. So one team is going to win, the mood will be incredible. The other one will be sad, and but now it's not think too much because it's game by game. Because if you lose points in the Premier League, we're going to lose the Premier League. We'll be depressed for the Champions League. You are out in the Champions League, we're depressed in the Premier League. So don't think it's what they do, what you have to do, which players we have, prepare well and try to win. It's what it is.
Set the embargo for half 10 tonight, please, guys.